Hey guys. You know, I almost started this video with hello friendos, but I didn't think anybody would remember No Country for Old Men. But anyway, it's been a while since I've done a video just talking straight to you guys. But you know, I was just thinking about like what I would do if I did make my own guitar. And I just recently started kind of practicing things I'm less familiar with. Like last night I was working on making fretboards. I kind of want to hone my craft on what I can do before I make my own instrument. But I want to kind of go through with you guys what I would do if I actually did make my own guitar. And so let's start from the headstock and work our way down. I would like a reverse headstock, I think, simply because I want the string tension on the low strings and a little bit more loose on the high strings, kind of like my multi-scale is. So it's better for double picking and things like that, especially if you're into drop tuning. Locking tuners and a tusk nut, and both of those would just be for tuning stability. And also, if you're with me on this video, kind of think about like what you would do, because I'm interested and I want to hear ideas from everybody, because I'm going to do this one day. I'm going to make my own instrument, and by make my own I mean cut it from the tree basically. I want to make it from my own wood start to finish and everything. So I do a laminate neck simply for the strength, because one of my biggest fears is leaving an instrument somewhere that's too hot and it warps the neck. But a laminate neck really helps to fight that. You have the grain going in opposite directions. It keeps it from warping. My fretboard would probably be a quilted looking maple, a curly maple fretboard. I might do ebony, but I know ebony chips a lot. It's harder to work with. I know I don't have the best tools in the world, so I would probably do maple. And I would like to, if I do maple, I would like to bind it. If I did ebony, I probably wouldn't bind it. I would do a bolt-on neck, and I know that's probably going to surprise a lot of you guys. You know, I think I've talked on the channel how I like set necks and neck through, but I would do a bolt-on specifically because it would leave me the most amount of adjustment. If I needed to change the angle of the neck later or fix something I screwed up down the road, much easier to do with a bolt-on. You're going to notice a lot of the stuff I do is directed towards getting good sustain, because while I'm not a huge believer in tone wood, I am a believer in it making a difference in sustain. 25.5 inch scale, 6 string to start. Eventually I'd like to build a 27 inch scale 6 string and a probably a multi-scale 7 string. I'm not customizing my own custom inlays on the fretboard. I like to do inlay work. I find it kind of peaceful. I would like to do Evo frets because I like that kind of goldish bronze color for frets for some reason, and just the extra hardness to make them last a little longer. And they're hypoallergenic. That doesn't mean anything to me though. So yeah, tusk nut, just your standard end pins like strap buttons. I use locking straps so that every guitar basically has locking strap locks. But Planet Waves locking straps, look them up. They've been a lifesaver to me on multiple occasions. Now I hesitate to call it a Strat style for the design that's in my head. I want a longer upper horn. I'll try to find some examples on the web of guitars that have a similar shape to what I'm thinking of. There's a Cort Sterling is one that I'm kind of thinking that I like that longer upper horn look. I would do mahogany body because I've had a really good, like pretty much all my best sustaining guitars have been mahogany body guitars. So something about them, mahogany body, maple cap, maybe a burl cap if I was feeling kind of froggy and I really wanted to try, you know, resining in the burl and stuff. Probably maple though. It's just easier to get. Now pickups, I really like laced finger burners. I'm surprised they are not a much more popular pickup. They have incredible response for passive pickups. I mean, just touch response, wonderful tone, and again, an incredible amount of sustain. I've never had a pickup sustain as much as a lace finger burner, and I've tried all kinds of Seymour Duncans and all kinds of EMGs and actives and stuff like that. So I don't know what it is about those pickups. I just really like them. Seeing CTS pots, spray caps, just my standard for that. Shielded, of course. I would probably go with a string through body. I'm kind of debating on that. because, you know, lining up ferrules is kind of difficult. If I get a drill press, definitely string through body. What kind of bridge would you guys put on there? Because I'm 2-post standard, maybe Gibraltar bridge, something like that. Nothing too crazy or fancy, something comfortable on the hand. That's what I like about those bridges. They got a nice curve on the top of them, real comfortable on the hand when you're paw meeting. I would probably do a black headstock. I think they look classier than matching the wood type to the headstock. Again, that's something else that's going to be up for debate. But I would probably do a black headstock, and I would inlay my logo. And I'm actually kind of working on a different logo specifically for guitar stuff. So if I'm making a custom instrument, which I've been contracted to make a couple basses for the same gentleman I just did the fretless for, I'm coming up with a more kind of organic looking logo. This is the logo for the channel is very sharp. So coming up with something more organic, like a cursive F that looks more like a treble clef. Okay, I got some ideas. So that's basically it. You know, 6-string 25/5, like we talked about. Probably 22 fret. You know, I like 24 fret guitars, but I've kind of, in my old age, gotten more into 22 fret guitars. I don't know why. I just like them. Maybe it's because I played Ibanez SZs for a very long time, so they have 22 frets. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. What would you do for your custom guitar? And what ideas did you have for me if I were to build a guitar? If you've been watching my channel for a long time, I'm sure you've seen some of the crazy things I've done. But like I said, I'm building fretboards, working on it. So if you're keeping up with the worst guitar in the universe, which is very easy to do because there's only been like 3 videos, I am building a fretboard for that guitar currently. And I have something very special planned for it. I think it's gonna maybe be a little over the top, but I think you guys might enjoy it. So anyway, thank you guys, I appreciate it. You know, all this stuff, oh, on the back of the headstock, a volute, where the headstock meets the neck. Haha, because I don't want any Gibson problems. I don't want my headstock snapping off. Gotta have that volute up there. Okay, I just thought I'd make sure. To me, that's just a super innovation. It's a really good Gibson. Go back to having volutes. I know people hate you for it, but just do it. Anyway, okay guys, so thanks again, and talk to me in the comments. I'm interested to hear what you have to say on this one. Let's communicate a little bit, because who knows, maybe you'll have a better idea than me, and I'll credit you for it when I make the guitar. Thanks everybody, I'll see you later.